How can we get people to engage with our story? Whatever format you're using, ultimately what you are trying to do is you're trying to say, look, this is Proact, this is our story, and we're trying to get you to engage with that. So Proact is Europe's leading independent data center and cloud services provider. Problems that we typically solve for customers is around building solutions that allow them to focus more on innovating within their business than actually running the IT. I think at Proact we've got a really good story to tell. I think the challenge is building up the trust to get people to want to engage with that story. You know, I remember when I first started doing marketing, you could pretty much put an e-shot together, send it out to your target base, and you felt pretty confident it would get read. Nowadays, the expectations have totally changed. They expect that if I'm going to give you my time, I want something good in return. And, you know, a 2-page PDF or a 20-page Word document, it's pretty difficult to convince people. Video has always been a part of our marketing strategy. I do think the way that things are going, video was always going to increase. But obviously, with the changes last year with COVID, suddenly there was a lot of channels that were inaccessible to us as marketeers. But we still had that challenge of, you know, our greatest asset is our people. How can we convince our customers or convince new business, you know, how great Proact is? And I think video was an obvious move for us. At Proact, we pride ourselves on being a specialist. We've been doing what we do for 25 years. We are good at what we do. And when you work with Proact, you can trust that you're going to get the right result. If we feel that way, then, you know, the same should be said of when we want to go and work with others. So for us, it was about going out there and finding a specialist at video production. So it's been an interesting journey with Fortay Media. Like any new relationship engagement, we start small. So the first couple of projects were case study videos, simple to set up, to plan out, and went down absolutely fantastic. For the first time, you could see the customer, you could hear from the customer, and you know, you're comparing that against a PDF. It told such a better story. One of the next projects was to take a closer look at our portfolio across the business. So what we did is we broke the portfolio down into 5 different sections of what we do. And the idea was that by building this together with Fortay, you know, no matter what service a customer was interested in, there would always be a 4-minute video. Branching out slightly from that, we started to get a little bit more creative. One of the things that we realised is podcasts are a great way of getting our people, the people at Proact, our experts, to casually talk about the things that they do, to talk about the projects they're involved in. And Fortay Media were the obvious choice to work with on this podcast series because they know Proact, they know our value, they know what we're trying to achieve, and technically they were absolutely fantastic in being able to get this podcast up and running quickly. We've been working with Fortay Media now on and off for, you know, quite a few years. The level of expertise that they bring to their video, the experience, the quality, that extends to all of their other services. The impact that Fortay Media have had on our social media in such a short space of time has just been outstanding. The views that we now have from the video content have just gone through the roof. Our followers are increasing. I feel like we're not just purchasing a social media service from Fortay, they're really a partner of Proact now. I look forward to our sessions on a Friday where, you know, the team present all the things that are going to go out next week, all of the messaging, the targeting, and I just think, wow, you know, this is just happening in the background. This is brilliant. One of the absolute value adds of working with Fortay on social media and video is because they had access to the original content, they were able to make social media specific clips, specific videos. I think I can't imagine another agency that could have done that because they would have had to try and get hold of content, whereas because it was all in-house at Fortay Media, you know, the stuff that they're putting out on social media is just absolutely fantastic. Our goal is always to tell our story, and our goal was that COVID shouldn't slow us down. And if anything, I would probably say our last 12 months has been our best in terms of brand awareness. And I think a large proportion of that actually comes down to, working with partners like Fortay in telling that story.